the tables.
Welcome back to Turning the Tables, and I have my tour buddy Christian Gray Snow on with me. Hi, Christian. How are you?
I miss you.
I miss you too. We spent 3 days together. Yeah, I miss you too. I miss you.
3 days, 3 shows, 3 cities, 3 states. We were.
Yes, they were all amazing. It was great to meet everyone. It really, really was.
It was. I was actually just telling producer Pat before we hopped on. I was like, all the cities were great. I said, but there was something about that Sunday fun day energy in Chicago. I was like, people came ready to turn up. Like they were in line.
No. And I always, every time I go to Chicago, I get so much love. Like I love Chicago. Yeah, I really do. Yeah. I love
was fun.
Chicago.
And the glam girls were really cool. The girls that came to hang out at the hotel and do your makeup and hair, they were so awesome.
Yeah, Arabella, and I've used her before. Yeah, so I did my hair straight. Yes, it was great. But I have to say, I loved Cincinnati too. I've never been to Cincinnati. Everyone there, and everyone was such troopers, like coming on stage and performing and everything with us. So
it was true. Yeah. Everyone was definitely with it. They came ready to have a good time. They were down to be silly and laugh. Everyone was on the same page. It was awesome.
Yeah. And then what was the other one? Cincinnati, Ohio, and Washington. Yes. Washington.
Yeah, we started with Washington, and I love too, Teresa, like, cause you were doing your meet and greets and I was kind of like hanging out and watching, and it's obvious, like so many people come up and they're like, I fucking love you, like prostitution whore, da, 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 da. Like the people do all that energy, but also too, seeing so many people come up and have like really serious conversations with you. Like one girl, I remember, I believe it was Cincinnati, where she said that she'd never seen Housewives until like a year or two ago. And she randomly started watching it and binged Real Housewives of New Jersey. And she was like, I fell in love with you because basically she saw herself through you a lot and a lot of the situations that you had been through. And she was like, I had no idea that you were on TV all these years. And now she's like, I feel like I have to catch up. And people too, talking about losing parents and how they resonated with what you had gone through, on TV with all that. So
yeah,
just nice to see people relate to you,
Yeah. And they also said like, I inspired them. Yeah. Like they're like, you helped me get through tough times. Like there was people crying. Remember the one they were crying? It was I got so cute. I'm like, don't cry.
A lot of people wanting to talk about raising daughters with you and get advice on raising girls.
Yes. Yeah. No. I have to say the energy was amazing. It was so great to meet everyone. But the only reason why I make a big deal about Chicago is because of what happened with the newscaster. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like I'm sure I made his day talking about me, so it's okay.
100%. And then we left with nothing but absolutely wonderful memories of Chicago even after that. So it was lovely. Also, I don't know if you saw, because remember I had to run out to the airport like as soon as the show wrapped. But Teresa, I left. There were 2 drunk ass women outside the front. One of them was literally laying in the lawn of like the comedy club, and her friend was trying to pick her up.
Oh my God. I see. Now they had a good time. I love that.
I was like, what? I would actually love to join you, but my flight boards in 45 minutes. So I got to run, unfortunately.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I know my flight was after yours. And then I ended up getting stuck on the runway for like 2 hours.
In Jersey or in Chicago?
Chicago.
Oh God, I hate that.
Yeah, but it was whatever. It is what it is. Yeah.
And I bet I'm sure you're already packing because you're hitting the friendly skies again this week, aren't you?
Yes, I'm leaving Friday for Australia. Yes, I'm excited.
I posted the video to her.
I'm like, and I have to get my clothing, and I'm like trying to order stuff. It's like crazy. Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. Like I did a video for her and I said, I can't keep up with Vicky. This was my first time working closely with Teresa in this, in this setting. And I was like, they both are go, 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 go. Like they don't get tired. They have endless energy. And I'm still recovering from this weekend, and you're getting ready to go to Australia, do it all over again. And don't you have like 8 shows there or something?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm going to be all over the place. Yeah. I'm going to go to the zoo. I'm so excited. I'm going to see the animals.
Are you going to hold a koala?
Yes. I'm going to hold the koala. Yes.
You have to. Yes.
And then I'm going to I'm going to go on the news there in Australia. So we're going to I
bet they'll be nice to you there.
Yes.
You can control the narrative. Absolutely.
Yes. Everything's good. So I have no problem. I just didn't when people are rude to me, I'm gonna be, and I wasn't even rude. He's lucky. I just hung up the phone. Like
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm trying to control my Italian feistiness temper. Yes. So
Well, as we said this weekend, you matched his energy. I'll
yeah.
meet you with what you bring to me.
I remember a lot of my fans were like, "What are your favorite thing about me?" Like, we were asking them, some of them, and they're like, We love how namaste." So I'm like, I'm trying to be namaste. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you've always said, I'm cool until you mess with me. It's very clear, and it's like, I feel like even if people are messing with you, you kind of give them a warning. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have to strike multiple times before you reach that
yeah.
point,
And I saw Kelly Dodd, and because I was in LA 3 days before, because I'm on the Amari cover for their 10-year anniversary. It was Danny on the cover because there was multiple covers because it's 10-year anniversary. So I was on a cover. Michael Earn, Natalie. She has pink hair. She's so
Okay.
beautiful. Natalie Eva Marie was on one cover. She's absolutely gorgeous, stunning body. Michael Earn, great body too, Mr. Universe. Danny Trejo.
He's been an actor for like ever, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Danny Trejo, like great movies that he's been. And then I was on the cover. So when I was
Love it.
there, I saw Kelly Dodd and I saw Katie from Orange County Housewives. She
Oh, I
came to the
love
event
them.
also, yeah. And then Kelly's like, "You were too nice. I would have told him off." And I was so funny. But I'm glad I didn't, because then whatever, I'm sure he would have loved to talk about that. So,
I mean, I think that says exactly like you were chilling. You're like, I mean, oh, okay.
yeah,
Deuces,
no, because you know what? It's just the way he asked. If he would have asked nicely, then I probably would have, answered the question, had no problem. I know how to answer the question, but it was just the way he asked, and he was just being disrespectful. So if someone's being disrespectful, I choose not to speak to them. So what else is going on? So did you rest? Because I know you were sleeping.
Girl, I
When we
was
got to
exhausted.
Chicago.
I'm still catching up. I had like 70 emails this morning still when I woke up. So
Oh my
busy,
God,
busy, busy for me.
yeah, I was all over the place. I was
Did you
like
get
all
to
over.
see? Because I think it was you and Melania were missing each other, right?
Well,
Wasn't
I
she
saw her.
leaving?
Yeah, she left today for 4th of July for the down the shore. But I saw her. Yes,
Oh,
I
good.
saw her last. I made dinner last night. I made dinner for the family. We
What'd you
had
make?
healthy, because it's summertime. We all want to stay fit. I had grilled chicken. So me and Lou,
Okay.
I marinated the chicken, and little Louie grilled it. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he cooked. So we cooked together. We were talking, chatting. I was telling him about the shows and stuff. And that was it. Yeah, and then we had dinner, like me, Louie, little Louie, Gabriella, um, and Melania. Adriana's down the shore. And then
Is she-
Gia was, I think, where was Gia? Oh, Gia, I think she was working. Yeah. She has an event tonight too. She's like booked and busy.
Well,
God bless
and
her.
speaking of, let's talk about Gia. I was seeing something about how she had to shut down rumors or something about Next Gen firing or something like that, and which I
Oh
think
yeah.
is crazy because also too, we talked about Next Gen at all three shows this weekend, and people are obsessed with it. So it's like I
Yeah,
don't see
no,
them making changes.
it's doing really good. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's why you can't believe everything that you see out there. And I think Andy Cohen um put those rumors to bed. I
Yeah,
think
well,
I
he
saw
also said too, like that the Housewives kids being on it was basically a big reason the show got greenlit in the
started.
first place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's why it started, right? It
that was his
started
way
with
of saying, "She ain't going nowhere, bud. Sorry."
well, that was nice of him. Yeah, and I mean, and his whole thing started with the Housewives, and like Gia's been on TV since what? She's like 7 or 8. She's been on TV for so long.
Gia's literally been on Bravo longer than most Housewives when you think about it.
I know, I know.
She probably
Yeah.
doesn't even remember. I mean, it's all that's life. That's
Well,
normal
that's
for
when
her
we
now, you know.
actually started filming, because like that was the year we started filming, and then it came on when she was, it's like when it
Oh
aired on
yeah.
TV, she was 8, but when she started filming, she was 7.
Okay, that makes sense because it
Yeah,
takes forever for them to turn shows
a
around
year.
sometimes. I don't know how y'all remember what happened. I don't. I would not be able to, especially when you go to reunion. It's like you can literally be arguing and discussing something that happened a year ago for the first time.
No, because yeah, Kim D called me and she asked me. She's like, what she's rewatching season 1, and she
Yeah.
asked me about a scene. I'm like, "Girl, I don't remember." I'm like, I said to her, and I was and Jacqueline was in the scene too. I said, "Ask Jacqueline. Jacqueline remembers everything." I'm like, "I don't re" it was about Danielle Staub, and I'm like, "I don't remember." I'm like, "You have to ask
Yeah.
Jacqueline."
Yeah, I mean, especially too when it is so natural and like becomes like second nature. I feel like it just that you're just operating in the moment. You know what I mean? You're not thinking about all the little tiny things that are happening. And then obviously, I think it's damn near impossible for housewives to watch every single episode. Like I know that it's you're supposed to watch some of them, but or most of them, but there's no way you can keep up with every single thing that you said and that other people said. Like it's and especially to have all the time in between that. I would literally have to take notes after I filmed every single time to just remember
I
what
know.
happened.
I know. I mean, that's why, like, when we do our interviews, sometimes they take a while before we actually film them. Like, so, like, it happens, but sometimes we do our interviews, like our confessionals, whatever you want to call them. Like, I call
Yeah,
them interviews, but our confessionals, we do them like months later. And then sometimes it's like, I have to ask them, can you please refresh my memory? Because, it was like a while ago.
totally. I mean, how do they help you refresh your memory? Do they have like clips that you watch? Do they just
No,
like
they
tell
just
you?
tell you, and then you basically have to try to remember. And if
Yeah,
you don't, then
I
it's
can't
on you.
remember. In your early years, did y'all do the on like on site confessionals? You know how sometimes they would take people like outside
No,
and
no, I did that with House of Villains. I
okay.
did that with House of Villains, not on this show.
They did it during some older cities, and I kind of think Vicky and I have talked about this. She thinks they should bring it back because she's like, that's when your emotions are the most raw and real, like when right when it's happening in the moment. She mentioned she's like versus
Oh,
four
they
months
did that
later.
on Ultimate Girls Trip. That's when they did it.
Oh, okay. I forgot
Ultimate
about
Girls
that.
Trip. Yeah, I remember that because, like, yeah, they just took because it's only that 1 week. So that's when they used because they would do it at the end of the day. So that every night they would do our confessionals at the end of the day. Yep.
I like
That's
that.
right.
I think it may helps you be more in the moment, you know?
Well, you know what? It's just a lot of prepping. I guess that's the thing. You have to see the reason why they did it at the Ultimate Girls Trip because they did it right in the house where we were staying, and they
Mm.
set up the whole interview setup, with the backdrop and all the lights and everything. So that's why
Do you prefer like the days where you did confessionals in your house or do you like studio confessionals better?
studio.
Really? Why so?
Just because believe it or not, I don't like cameras in my house because yeah. I mean, it's like stuff. I'm just saying, it's a lot of people in the house. It's like I
Yeah.
just want my family in my house. It's just a lot.
On a
You
normal
know,
production day, how many people, like
with
crew,
the
would
whole
you say is in your house?
cleanliness thing, the whole. It's like I just want my. I mean,
Yeah.
they do take off their shoes, but still. I mean,
Yeah.
just and then putting the tape all over the place. It's like it ruins. Like I still have to touch up some places in my house, even this house. When they ripped off the tape, they ripped off our paint.
Really?
Yeah, so it's annoying. Yeah.
What would you say? What's like the most people, like if you're filming at home, how many people are on average crew wise are in your house?
I mean, if you're having a party, there's a lot. Like for Gia just had that party. Like there's a lot because you have to make
Yeah.
sure you get all the crew. All the people that are on the show. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, it depends how many people you're filming with. If you're only filming with two people, then there's two, of course, two cameras,
Uh-huh.
and then there's producer. There's other people like writing down stuff that you're saying, all that. I mean, there's always people, yeah. But I mean, if you're having a party, there's a lot more people.
Yeah. It's fascinating. I just like there's so much that goes into it that people, forget about. I think like I mean even down to production assistants, out here making sure they got the clearance forms signed and permits and all that stuff. Like there's just so
Yeah,
many
I'll
moving
never
parts.
I'll never forget last season, my last season, season 14, I saw in my kitchen. I was like, as soon as I walked in, I looked at him and I was like, oh my God, I know. I'm like, you're Kelly's son. It was Kelly's son, Kelly and Mark Consuelos.
Oh yes,
Kelly
I forgot.
Ripa and Mark Consuelos' son. I'm like, you're Kelly's son. I knew it was him. And I'm like, you look just like Mark, you know, and I think they're, you know, I love Kelly and Mark. They're
I
such a
love
beautiful
that.
couple. Yeah, and her son was one of the producers on my show.
Look at that. Yeah, I forgot they revealed that he was working with NBC. Yeah, and so I love that he
Yeah.
was on your show.
As soon as I walked in, I saw him. I was like, oh my God, because he's so handsome. Yeah, so cute.
Do you guys want to transition to some fan questions real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a lot. This is from our Turning the Tables Instagram. This is Kelly from Cincinnati. It says, Teresa, your party with the Housewives shows looked like they were amazing. What's the best moment that you had this past weekend on tour?
Oh, wow. The best moment. It was like, I just love meeting all the fans. Like, I get so much love from everyone, and that's what warms my heart. It really does. Like, I don't want to just pick one particular moment, but it's just, everyone always asks, anybody ever been mean to you? I'm like, no. Like, I'm grateful for that. Like, but like everyone's always so sweet. And yeah, I mean, when they meet me and they start crying, it's like I feel so like it just I was like, oh my God, like I got a lot of those kind of fans, and which I felt so bad, but I mean, I'm just saying I just got a lot of love, and that was like the best part.
It's also a reminder that despite there being toxic moments on the show and really difficult things you go through, that thank
Thank
God
you.
there's still people resonating and there's still something positive that people can relate to.
Thank you, Christian.
Exactly.
That's what makes it worthwhile.
Gia actually is from New York City and says, Christian, what's Teresa like on the road, and how did you guys survive that crazy schedule?
My favorite thing about Teresa on the road is that she does not. She's like, well, if we're gonna make moves, let's make them fast. She does not like to move slow. Like we're walking through the airport, I'm like, she might have shorter legs than I have, but I was fucking running to keep up with her. Like it was like, boom, 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 she's just, and I mean it. Every time we had, whether it be at sound check, picked up to go to the next city, dinner, whatever, Teresa was always the first one down in the hotel. She was always probably the only one on time between us three every single time. Just prompt, ready to go, never complained. And really, I mean, I felt like you were genuinely having a good time. So it just made it all really, really fun,
Yeah, I'm a workhorse. Like everyone that always works with me always says how professional I am. I always, yeah, I never complain. I do what I have to do. I mean, the only time I'll be honest, like on Real Housewives of New Jersey, sometimes I am late, but that's because my life is all about my kids. So if my kids need me, of course I tend to my kids. And like sometimes my kids make me late because if they ask me something, like mommy duties come first. And I know
Totally.
I have to work, but sometimes things come up, like when the kids are around. And so so when I'm home, because I'm not saying they're a distraction, but if my kids need me, I tend to them. Like, so that's why like when my kids are not around, like if I'm on the road, then it's just me. So I'm always prompt.
Mia in Los Angeles, what's one beauty product you never leave home without?
Oh, well, I got my hair and makeup done like all 3 times. But one beauty product that I never leave home without is my Neutrogena makeup wipes. I love my Neutrogena makeup wipes because I love take off my makeup when I'm done. And of course, I have a face wash. And I love this oil Olay oil. Yeah, it's like brand deals. Hello. Oil Olay under eye roller. I put that underneath my eye every night.
Ooh, I
I
need to get
love
that.
I love that. It feels so good. It's cool. Like there's 3 silver balls on it, and I just rub it underneath my eye, and then I put my other moisturizer all over my face. So like
You had me at balls, 3 balls. Sign me up.
Well, there's usually 2 balls, but this roller has 3 balls, and they're cold, so they feel good underneath your eye. They depuff your eyes. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So like, yeah.
Okay,
so they shrink any bags under your eyes.
Perfect.
Oh my
Maybe you
God.
could try them underneath there. Maybe they'll shrink.
See if it has the same effect.
Jenna from Columbus says, we've heard you're teaming up with Whitney on your next tour. What can your Aussie fans expect from you guys? And are you and Whitney friends?
Yeah, yes. Well, I've met Whitney before. We've worked together at a direct TV a job that we got. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to hanging out with her. We're gonna have so much fun. We have to actually learn choreography to be in the drag shows. So I'm excited to do that. So I feel like I'm doing a whole Dancing with the Stars era again, like
Yeah.
that whole like Dancing with the Stars tour. So yeah, so we have to actually practice. Like they're gonna teach me a skit and I have to learn it and see if I could get it, Like
Wow.
So you haven't even started learning it yet?
no, well they sent it, but I'm like I can't do that. Like I need you to show me. I need to do it with you. And I said I can't do it by myself. Like I need to get there and we have to practice and we'll figure it out like that,
I was gonna say I hope they have rehearsal time planned just to help you so y'all can run through it
Right?
together.
Yes, they do have rehearsal time planned. Yeah, I guess we could rehearse all day, but yeah, we definitely have a schedule. I'm going to be there for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yes, 2 weeks.
Okay, this is a question from Nicole, New Jersey. It's a question about Gia. It says, between her own gigs and Next Gen NYC, how do you make time to hang out with Gia during your guys' busy summer?
Oh, Gia lives with me. I hang out with all my kids. Like last night, like I was with Gia today, and yeah, so I always Gia and I work out together. Well, like I see, and it's like so crazy. Like I talk to my daughters like my girlfriends, so we always catch up. Like my daughters call me when they're at clubs. They FaceTime me because they know I like, I love having fun with them. So whenever they're at a club, they like FaceTime me and I dance with them for like 5 minutes and get
That is
into
the
it with
coolest
them.
thing I've ever heard. I
Oh
love
yeah,
that
they
so
do it
much.
all the time. Wherever my kids are, they
That's awesome.
FaceTime me and Louie all the time because they want me to be there with them.
Yeah, I mean, that's number one, that's a testament to you as a mom and your parenting. And number two, literally this weekend, when people would ask you like any advice for being a girl mom, or I just had my first daughter, what can you tell me? You told them you're like, they're going to be your best friend. And that's exactly what you're saying right now. Like you and your best friends with your daughters.
Yeah, no, they call me all the time and we catch up. Like, yeah, like Melania was sad that she was leaving, and like like I had to say goodbye to her this morning because she was like, I had appointments, so she's like, I can't believe you're gonna be gone because she left for down the shore for 4th of July down there. That's what everybody does here. They go to the Jersey Shore. So Melania left today. They're all taking turns of what days they're leaving, and Gabriella, Melania was sad. She's like, I'm not going to see you. And then I'm leaving Friday. So I'm not going to see her for like 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, she's gonna better get the FaceTimes ready, whether she's in the club or not. Then 'cause
I
y'all got to
I
keep
know.
talking.
But listen, we're all getting, they're getting older. We all have like busy lives, unfortunately, which is a good thing. But, it just makes us appreciate each other more.
Melanie from Dallas said, I think that allowing people to talk about how they turn the tables in their lives is very helpful. At least it was for me. How do you feel that people look at you for advice on being a mom and on how to kind of fix bad situations in their life?
Oh, I think a lot of people like look at me like, they see my story, my journey of how I turned the tables in my life. And I feel like, I feel like they apply it into their life because listen, it doesn't rain forever. It doesn't. Like the sun eventually does come out. So you have to, if there's a bad situation in your life, you have to turn it around and make it positive. And listen, none of us have perfect lives. No one has a perfect life. Everyone always, unfortunately, they do have to turn the tables in their lives. They do. I mean, it's just facts of life. It's just the way life goes. Life is like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. And listen, if we had all perfect lives, then our lives would be so boring. So right? I mean,
Yeah.
It's true.
it
Nothing
is.
lasts forever, good or bad. So you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta take it as it comes.
Very
Yes,
true.
and exactly. And you know what? Just always push forward. Never give up. if there's a bad situation, listen, it's going to get better. And just listen, faith is really important. You got to believe in some kind of God and pray. I mean, I'm all about that. So, I've been praying to God because I've had a lot of crazy things that are happening in my life. Look, still at this age, bad things are happening. So it's like, but look, I'm still pushing forward, still have a smile on my face. And yeah, because I know things are going to get better. It's all going to be good.
Okay, one last question, and this is so random. This is from Amanda in Houston. It says, she said, I know some people don't remember their dreams, like their dreams at night.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But I want to know if you remember your dreams, what is the craziest dream that you can remember having? I remember I had a dream. I was late for work, and I was late because there were a whole bunch of beavers on the road, and they all had life jackets on.
I mean, I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I can't think of one of my dreams right now. I mean, I think I have like
Pat, that wasn't a dream. You were tripping drugs and just forgot. You were like you did like shrooms or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. Do any of crazy dreams? I can't think of one right now. I mean, I'm sure I've had sex dreams.
Think about it, and we'll talk about it next week. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've had sex dreams and like, oh my God, I was with that person. I'm like, oh. No, I don't know. Like, I can't think about it right now. But like, you know what I do sometimes? If I'm dreaming, I'm like, I want to remember this dream. And like, I've done that and I have remembered it, So if you're dreaming, try to remember or see if you could wake yourself up and write the dream down or something if you really want to remember it,
What about you, Christian?
The weirdest dream I've ever had was when I was young. I remember I was like 9, 10. The warthog from Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a gigantic evil version of him.
Pumba?
I saw him swallow my father alive at a rodeo.
Oh my God.
Pat, I found whatever shrooms you left over, clearly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't even remember. Like,
terrifying.
I mean, I remember that shit. Like, that fucked me up for like a week. I was like in elementary school, and I was like, "What was that about?"
Well, yeah, but Pumba eating your dad. That's bad. All right. Well, that was awesome. All right. So you guys get your fan questions to us on the Turning the Tables Instagram, and then we'll get to them. And also stories about how you turn the tables in your life too, because we love hearing those.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that because you know what? Not only, I mean, I love to hear that because I feel like when other people are hearing this, you're helping them. So you're inspiring them to turn the tables in their life if they're going through a bad situation. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Turning the Tables. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. And Christian, it was so lovely to be with you on tour for those 3 days in Washington, Cincinnati, and Chicago. And I can't wait to do it again.
It was a dream come true.
Thank you. We have to go visit Pat in Omaha. We said that's going to be our next place, right?
That's what we said. And I listen, you tell me when and I'll start packing. I guess when you get back from Australia first. You got to do that first.
Yeah, no, because like you and Vicky were in Omaha and you sold out, right?
We sold out 2 nights. We've done a couple trips to Omaha and we always have a great time. So
so I've never been to Omaha. So we need to go there. We said that's where we want to go now. Well, we will say, but we'll let you guys know. So
there you go, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Love, love, love.
I'm turning the tables. Let's go. I know you love my style. I'm gonna make them smile. I am the one to win. Keeping them all to win. I'm turning the tables.